You probably know these verbs. But do you know their related phrasal verbs? Let's find out. Hello, it's Keith from English Speaking Success and the website The Keith Speaking Academy, here to help you become a more confident speaker of English. So this video is about phrasal verbs. Do you remember phrasal verbs? That's a verb plus a preposition, sometimes plus two prepositions. So a verb like to come here, we can add prepositions and it becomes to come up, come out, come away, come off, come round. And when you add the preposition, it becomes a phrasal verb and the meaning changes. To come off, for example, means to work. In the idea, I had a plan and it came off. The plan worked. Or to come round, meaning to visit someone. Why don't you come round tomorrow for dinner? Good idea, right? Now the challenge, the fun thing about phrasal verbs is that when you add the preposition, the meaning changes. And it's not always clear what the meaning is. And sometimes it can be idiomatic, sometimes not. So I recommend actually don't learn a list of phrasal verbs, just learn them as and when you discover them in your study or your practice. The other fun thing about phrasal verbs is that sometimes the same phrasal verb can have different meanings. For example, come round. It can have more than one meaning. And we're going to find out in a few moments the other meaning. So it's very important when you're checking phrasal verbs in a dictionary, don't just check the first meaning, scroll down and check the different meanings to make sure you've got the right one. Okay. So in this video, I'm going to look at 8 phrasal verbs based on these verbs we saw at the beginning. And I think they'll be easy because you know the verbs already, but the phrasal verbs are like a secret weapon. You can use them to have different meanings and express yourself more clearly. And because, phrasal verbs are really popular in spoken English, so they'll make you sound more natural, a more proficient and confident speaker of English. And what's more, at the end of this video, I'll give you a story which will include all of these phrasal verbs. And hopefully then you'll start to see how you are really starting to learn more deeply with me these phrasal verbs. Are you ready? Let's do it. Okay, let's kick off. Ooh, another phrasal verb. Kick off to begin. Let's kick off with to come round. Now remember, I told you that could mean to visit somebody. Are you coming round to my house? But it can also mean to change your opinion and finally agree to something. For example, my friend Emily, was reluctant to join a course. She didn't want to. I spoke to her, gave her my advice, and finally she came round and agreed to join in the course. To come round. Nice. Number 2. You know the verb to jump like this. To jump at something is to eagerly, enthusiastically accept or take advantage of an opportunity. For example, my friend Emily jumped at the chance to join the course for free. To jump at, you can often link as well, jump at. Or in the past, jumped at. She jumped at the chance to join the course for free. Number 3, to crack down on. Now, a crack in the wall looks like this. And so if you crack something, like you crack an egg, you break it, right? To crack down on, stress down, crack down on means to take strong measures to stop or control something, usually illegal or bad behavior. We often talk about the government cracks down on something. For example, the government is cracking down on new online businesses scamming people. Scamming just means cheating, right? Number 4, to go through with. Now, to go through, to go is to go. To go through a tunnel is to go through, literally. To go through with something is to complete or carry out a plan, a decision, some kind of action, especially where it's something that's difficult or where you were reluctant to do it. For example, a few years ago, I was thinking about setting up my own business, but I wasn't sure. But in the end, I went through with it. Despite my doubts, I decided to go through with setting up my own business. I was also thinking about teaching French and English and Spanish, but in the end, I didn't go through with that. I just decided to teach English. By the way, if you're learning something new, then do remember you can download the PDF for these words from the link down below the video. Also, actually, you can go one better. You can go to Duo Cards. Now, this is an app. It's a flashcard app. I've worked with the team on Duo Cards to create a flashcard set with these phrasal verbs and more that you can practice. So if you go to the link in the description below for Duo Cards, click on that. You can download it on your phone for free. It's the elephant. It's that one there. And then you can go in and you can find the cards and practice. I like Duo Cards because I use it for my French and my Chinese practice. And it's great. It's spaced repetition learning. If you like flashcards, if you like gamification, it's fun, it's entertaining, really engaging. It is a nice way to learn vocabulary. You can download the app for free. You can go and check it out. There is a paid-for version, but you don't have to do that. Go and try it. See what you think. Let me know in the comments below if you like Duo Cards. And if it's useful for you, then I can make more lists in the Duo Card app, working with the team there. Thank you, Duo Card team, Simona and the guys. Thank you. Great. Let's get back into our phrasal verbs. Okay, number 5, to catch. That's to catch. To catch on, well, this is interesting. To catch on, you can link, but you don't have to. To catch on, it can have different meanings. It can mean to become popular. For example, have you noticed country music is catching on, especially with Beyonce's latest single, is becoming popular. But to catch on, if I catch on, it doesn't mean I'm becoming popular. It means that I finally understand something that I may not have understood before. Do you remember my friend Emily, who wasn't sure about joining the course? She didn't really understand the benefit. But when I explained and showed her the course, she caught on. In the past, she caught on and decided to join. To catch on, can you say? She caught on and she catches on very quickly. That Emily, very clever girl. Number 6. Number 6 is to fill in. Now again, to fill in has different meanings. The most common is to fill in a form. Do you know sometimes they give you a form and say, can you fill in your name, fill in your address, fill in your phone number, right? However, another meaning is if I fill you in. That doesn't mean I'm going to write on your head. It means I fill someone in. It means I give them new information so that they are up to date with what is happening. So I can fill you in with the new details of my new course. I'm starting a new project and I have just filled my assistant in with all the details. That's it. Number 7, to talk. To talk, to speak. But to talk someone into something is to persuade someone to do something. And the opposite, to talk someone out of something, is to dissuade them so they don't do it. Example of the first, to talk someone into something. Emily, my friend, Emily's friends talked her into setting up her own business. Right? She was thinking about it. She was hesitating, but then her friends talked her into doing it. They persuaded her. Her parents tried to talk her out of setting up her own business because they were nervous about it. It's a very risky thing, right? Setting up your own business. That's number 7. Here's number 8. Now, number 8 is to see through. So to see through the window, see through the window. However, it has many different meanings. If I see someone through something, I help them and support them to get through a difficult time. My colleagues helped see me through my first day at work, for example. If I see through someone, it means I can see their real intention, although they're hiding them. This salesman was trying to sell me this old car, saying it was really good, but I saw through him. I knew it was a terrible deal. And finally here, to see something through is to continue with an action, even though it's quite difficult and there's lots of challenges around it. Okay. I remember about 10 years ago, I decided to do a master's degree. And halfway through, to be honest, because I was working at the same time, it was so difficult to find time to do it, I almost gave up. But I found my motivation and was able to see it through. I saw it through to the end. Despite facing many challenges, I was determined to see my studies through to the end. Got it? I hope you will see your IELTS preparation through to the end. Nice. Let's move on. Now, to help you understand and learn even more deeply, I'm going to tell you a story. In this story, I'm going to use those 8 phrasal verbs, so the context will help you understand. And it's a story about Emily, remember? My friend, and something that happened to her. You can listen to the story, you can read it at the same time. If you want, you can note any phrasal verbs. Do notice when you see and hear the phrasal verbs and how they're used. But right now, just sit back, relax, listen, and enjoy. The story is called A Cracking Opportunity. Cracking here means amazing, very good. A cracking opportunity. Emily had always dreamed of starting her own online business, but she was unsure if she should do it. One day, she received an invitation to join a famous business school program. This would show her how to start and run a new business. At first, Emily wasn't sure if she should go through with applying. She had some doubts. However, her friend Mike, who had joined the program the year before, filled her in on all of the benefits. As Mike talked and explained the details of the course, Emily finally caught on and realized what an amazing opportunity this was, especially as the program was free. Although she was reluctant at first, she finally came round because she knew that if she didn't take this opportunity, she might regret it later. Mike had easily talked her into doing it, so she decided to see the application process through to the end. Weeks went by, and Emily anxiously waited for the results. Finally, she received an email telling her that she had been accepted into the program. Hooray! She began the course and was so excited, but soon a new challenge emerged. Emily's family were worried about the risks of starting an online business. They even tried to talk her out of pursuing her dream. They knew that the local government was cracking down on new businesses that were setting up illegally and scamming people. They told Emily she should continue with her current job. Despite their concerns, Emily decided to go through with doing the course, and she went on to set up her own new business. As she started, she faced many obstacles and challenges, but she was happy that she had jumped at the chance to do the course and that she had seen it through, because it helped her build her confidence and her belief that she could make it a success. And that is a cracking opportunity. So, what did you think of the story? Tell me in the comments below. If you want to review the phrasal verbs even more, two things you can do. One, download the PDF from the link below the video. The other one, click on the link to Duo cards and you can go and access the set of my phrasal verbs on the Duo card apps. You can go and practice. It's fun. I think you will like it. Finally, if you've enjoyed this, do remember to like and subscribe to the channel to find out about new videos coming your way. Thank you so much for taking this time to be with me, to study and to learn. I hope you're learning lots and slowly becoming a more confident speaker of English. Thanks again, and I'll see you maybe in the next video. Take care, my friend. Bye-bye.